Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, a drug bust in western North Dakota has led to the arrest of a man who named himself after an infamous drug lord. Thank you for joining us. I'm Callie Hubbard. Jordan Schwer has the day off. Bismarck police arrested 19-year-old Giovanni Tapia Nelson and 20-year-old Tristan Demarius on drug charges. Tapia Nelson refers to himself as Baby Chapo in reference to the Mexican drug kingpin. According to officials, the two posted videos on Snapchat displaying drugs, weapons, and cash. They also made it clear in the videos that the drugs were for sale. After obtaining a search warrant, police found 200 grams of marijuana and THC cartridges in a backpack belonging to Baby Chapo. Traffic flow was interrupted this morning after a semi went into a ditch. It happened around 10 along Interstate 94 near the Kindred exit in the westbound lanes of I-94. There was a pickup truck that drove into the center median less than a mile west of the semi-accident, but the incidents don't appear to be related. The extent of the injuries are unknown at this time. Let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli for your no-wait weather.
And thank you, Callie, and good afternoon, everybody. We did have some light snow making its way across the region. It is mainly gone now, but here's the current amounts that we do have from the snowfall that did start last night. Jamestown did get 6.5 inches of snow, followed by Carlstadt, Minnesota at 4.5 inches. Everybody else on the map mainly into the 2 to 3 inch range, including the Grand Forks area, Detroit Lakes, down toward Wahpeton, Breckenridge, Fergus Falls, and the Fargo-Moorhead area. Here's what it looks like on the radar. We look up to the north and we see over the last 4 hours the snow has dissipated. The last places we saw the snow was mainly to the Northern Valley and northwestern Minnesota. As of noon, all of the winter weather advisories have expired. Temperatures staying into the lower 20s across most of the region, and there could be a little bit of blowing snow. We have that westerly wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So temperatures may be adding a couple of degrees from where they are right now, with highs early in the evening around 25 in Fargo, mostly cloudy skies. We got one more dry day, lots of sunshine, then we're tracking a winter storm for the weekend. We'll show you the maps, have the full information on that coming up later in the newscast.
All right, thank you for that, Justin. New information has been released on a car pedestrian crash near Horace that sent 3 people to the hospital. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says a driver who caused the crash is being ticketed for care required. It happened last night around 8 on County Road 17 south of Horace. Troopers say 53-year-old Chris Edison of Bismarck lost control of his car on the ice and clipped a pickup. It was stopped to help a vehicle in the ditch. The impact pushed the pickup into 47-year-old Alan Belaski of Kindred, who was standing nearby. He was getting tow chains out of the pickup truck. Belaski Edison and an 87-year-old Libson woman in Edison's vehicle were taken to Fargo hospitals. We also have new information on a car crash that killed 1 person on Christmas Day. The Minnesota State Patrol says the victim is a 78-year-old woman from Boston. Troopers say she lost control of her vehicle on Highway 59 near Bajo, which is north of Monoman. They say her car spun out on ice and snow and was hit by a minivan coming from the other direction. Tissa and Curtis Jones of Underwood were in the other car. Neither of them had serious injuries. A frequent Target customer is using one of the busiest shopping days of the year to ask Target to dump plastic bags. Teresa Carter and other shoppers are heading to the retailer's Minneapolis headquarters today with more than 455,000 signatures on petitions. They're asking the discount retailer to eliminate plastic bags that Carter says are choking the earth. She says other retailers, including IKEA and Costco, have already nixed the bags. A Target spokeswoman says the company has taken several steps to reduce its use of plastic. A devastating fire at a hotel in Minneapolis has left hundreds of people homeless. The Drake Hotel was being used as temporary housing and an overflow shelter when it caught fire early Christmas morning. It left more than 200 people, including about 100 children, with nowhere to go. That's when neighbors stepped up. Danny Speacock reports.
on. It's gonna be okay. Come on.
Shalini Dugas wants to be strong for her kids.
It's Christmas morning and these children are looking for presents and hope and Santa, and the parents are trying to hold it together.
But it is not easy.
Nobody knows nothing. I don't have any family here. I'm from Louisiana.
Like, I came here with nothing. I really left with nothing.
And I already lost everything once. And now I just lost absolutely everything.
Kim Jones didn't even have a pair of shoes, so Jennifer Wallen took care of it.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for all the volunteers.
It's good to see the human spirit, alive. Especially when we see so much stuff that's so ugly and awful.
By afternoon, donations of clothes, food, diapers, even wrapped Christmas gifts filled a whole parking lot, leading volunteers to announce they could no longer accept any more.
We've got enough. People really showed the spirit today.
Hennepin County Commissioner Angela Conley says the Red Cross set up a 3-day shelter, but the future remains uncertain.
It was a shelter. We were in overflow waiting to go to another shelter, so we're all just, I don't even know, more homeless than we already were.
But with the generosity of complete strangers, it'll help them get through the day.
It's really a blessing, and we're thankful for Minnesota.
Makes my heart feel good to see all these people out here.
But I thank you so much. I thank everybody that came out here to help us. I thank y'all so much.
The Red Cross is urging people to donate money instead of goods. The Hennepin County Shelter Team is working to find permanent housing for those who have been displaced. In our consumer alert this afternoon, 2019 has been a record-breaking year for store closures. In the U.S., retailers have announced plans to close some 9,300 locations. That's up 50% from the total announced closures in 2018, which was more than 5,800 locations. The old record was from 2017, which stood at slightly less than 8,100 closings. Bankruptcies appear to have been the largest driving force behind the closures. This included announcements from Sears, Forever 21, Payless Shoe Stores, and Destination Maternity. And Facebook says it will no longer use phone numbers to steer friend suggestions. Facebook has been using phone numbers to drive their suggested friend feature, but officials say the company is working to overhaul their privacy policies. The move will start in 5 foreign nations and will spread globally in 2020. But the new policy will only affect new users to the site. Current users will have to go to their settings to unlink their phone numbers to friend suggestions.